Hello, welcome to Dark Sun Mysteries of Athas, which I've just noticed just says it's also episode or session 5. It's not, it's session 6. Um, should we repeat word for word everything that happened last time, but with the players who weren't there also contributing? So, like when you watch an episode from the other character's perspective? Yeah, it'll be the wacky episode. The wacky episode is actually our Planescape stuff, so if anyone wants to see some stupid things. D&D is not meant to be played.
I mean, I wouldn't say
that.
We're in it,
yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's sort of, imagine if 5th edition were a good game.
I did feel it played more like a modern game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think that, of course, that's because it was limited in time and scope. We're finishing it on Tuesday. It is more of a modern game. It's not a campaign. It's just a mess around session. So last time we had 2 stories going, essentially 2 things happening, because one of the party was sepia sigilled and very, very safe, but also very, very stuck in the ruins of Arkhold, while the rest of the party ran away and abandoned her, albeit with some food. And
a crudely scrawled note on the wall.
That saying, gone home, pretty much. So yeah, that was where we were last time. And so you had one person alone in Arkhold and everyone else in Fort Sisra, or travelling to Fort Sisra, and then they've travelled back with having healed their friend Benvo, who had been knocked out, and they've met. They've actually just reunited with Stiv, haven't they? But Tom, do you want to tell the story of Sidira's journey?
Yeah. So she woke up, or became unencased from amber, at which point she also awoke, I suppose. Saw the food and water next to her. Saw the thing scrawled on the wall and deduced correctly from that meant they'd just gone back to Fort Cicero, which is probably what she would have guessed anyway. And so she decided to start hoofing it on the way back. And desperately hoping she wouldn't encounter any foes. But unfortunately, on the first night, she woke up being pierced by 8 spines from some kind of horrible animated cactus, and bearing in mind Sidira has 6 hit points, all 8 of these rolled an attack, 3 of them hit, and I had to make 3 saves against poison, 1 of which I failed, 2 of which I succeeded, and I thought, well, she saw death then, she thought that's it. But in the last ditch effort to save herself, she grabbed the wand which we'd found in the sort of office room in Arkhold, and just pointed it at the cactus, and luckily it froze it petrified it, and so Sidira pulled out the barbs, ran about 100 yards, and then collapsed because the poison had taken hold. But luckily she woke up again the next morning, having just been paralyzed for a time and then fallen asleep, the cactus still being petrified, and so she decided to continue running. Thinking she'd gotten away pretty luckily, she carried on. But then the next night, she saw a flock, I suppose you would call them a flock, of flying humanoids passing over her. And despite trying her best to pretend to be a rock, they spotted her and swooped down towards her, at which point she bowed in genuflect and made herself very courteous, which apparently was enough to deter these vulture Aarakocra creatures from eating her. And when she mentioned that she was hailing from Fort Sisra, they intimated that they might have they would like some help from some soldiers. So in return for them giving her a lift back to Fort Sisra, she's going to put in a good word with the Lord Sisra to maybe get some soldiers to help out these Aarakocra. So life from the jaws of death.
Yeah. And I think we left it, if memory serves, with you with the Vulture men having flown down towards the caravan of your friends returning to Arkhold, half a day out from Fort Sisra or something, or a day out.
Yeah, just to tell them what happened,
that
so they're
you were
not
fine.
like, oh my god, she disappeared.
Yeah. So Yes, we are. We're at that point. I guess. Is there anything you? Yeah, you say you're fine. Anything else you want to pass on? The Aarakocra will drop you off, and then the leader will probably the other 8. I think there are 9 of them. I think 8 of them will stay flying, soaring on thermals, and one of them, the leader, who's quite a big chap, will stay near beyond the party. He doesn't come very near the party, but will stay within sight of you, so you know where he is.
Yeah, I think I'll just say that I'm going to go back to Fort Sisra with them. They want some help from their soldiers, and they've helped me, so I'm going to put that petition to them, and that I wish them best of luck in Arkhold. Be careful of any, cursed books.
Yeah. Anyone with the caravan wanting to talk to Sadira? Does everyone just ignore her? She turns up, says hello, and everyone turns around, like in that one Klingon episode.
Hello, Sadira. I'm glad you're not dead.
Yeah, Kent says roughly the same thing.
Yeah. Andrew, was that you saying something, or was that you trying to talk to a turtle?
Well, really.
Great. So, in that case, I guess Sadira is going to return to the Aarakocra to fly off to Fort Sisra. Is that the plan?
Yep.
And the rest of the party is going to continue, including Tom's character, Quent, who is a human gladiator, no, a dwarf gladiator. Dwarf gladiator. Is that right?
Yep, Dwarf Gladiator.
Yeah. Tom is nodding. I do actually have your camera. I can see your camera, so I can interpret that. But
Nice.
Given Roll20's camera status, I feel like it's a dangerous game. But the thing is, Dicecam, sponsored by Budweiser, definitely actually sponsored by Budweiser, is like a very visual thing. But yeah, okay. You won't need to have any encounters on the way back to Fort Sisra. You're fairly close, and there are a lot of large flying vulture men, so you'll be able to arrive back. I guess there are 2 things, admin for you. You were wanting to potentially train, because you do actually have a potential trainer. You got the wagon master. We can do that. We can calculate it off stream, but you could train in your trader level, couldn't you?
Yeah, that would be
With
great.
Pluged, the wagon master. And there are, in terms of trainers, there's basically fighters, and so who could also possibly do gladiators. I'd probably allow them to do, like their warriors, and trader, who is a thief type. So for other stuff, you're going to need. So that's basically for clerics and magic users, wizards. You're going to have to go elsewhere. Sadira is more or less the wizarding component of House Sisra at this point. Yeah, not that she's public about it, especially in front of the definitely not a Templar,
allegedly.
Mhaeve. Yeah, allegedly, yeah. Okay, so and the other thing would be, you want to pass on the offer. I mean, I guess Master Sisra would probably say that if you and your friends are wanting to, depending on the problem, you and your friends could do it, or maybe they could send the soldiers. It kind of depends what the problem is.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you wanting to get the information from the Aarakocra?
Yeah.
Before we return to the main party, yeah. Okay, so they'll explain to you, as you are, you're not really their friend, but you're the person they know, and you're saying you represent them to Master Sisra, is that the Aarakocra live up in the mountains near Arkhold, above the Salt Sea. If I can get that to ping, I will. There we go. There, and they. There's like 20 of them, or just over that, including juveniles. They explain this. They're a medium-sized kind of body. They're not massive. They are. They've been lived there for a long time, but recently some other creatures have come up who he says they are not flyers, but they fly. They're not birds, but they fly. He doesn't really know how to explain in very broken common in Tyrian. That they live in some place that the Aarakocra can't really spot them or get down to the place where these creatures, who are sort of furry creatures, seem to like burrow or lair or something. And these creatures are competing for food, and basically the Aarakocra can't just they're quite quick. They can't get after them, and they are willing to he'd say willing to get arrange with their patrons to offer your house aid one time, as in like a one-time deal of their powerful patron offering you aid.
Cool. Yeah, I mean,
so yeah,
I guess Sidira will put it to the party when it next comes about.
when you meet again. Yeah. The Aarakocra leader can give who will say will say, you can call him in your language. You can call him Kar. He will say that he'll be able to give you a bit more detail, basically, in terms of being able to be like, there is this place, this kind of foggy place in the mountains from which they seem to emerge and then fly out from. But which obviously, because the Aarakocra don't walk around the mountains, they're like, well, we don't know, we can't see them, we don't know where they are exactly in there. They don't really understand. But yes, they would be happy to kind of show you where that was, to basically stop these people pressing upon their thing, and obviously they'd be willing to be friends with House Sisra going forward as well. Cool. Okay. The rest of the party was, I think you were a day out, and we hadn't had a nighttime encounter yet, because you had started as Sidira was doing her daytime travel back to Fort Sisra the next day. So I guess your travel through that day, it's what I think we concluded it is a 5-day journey, but not a night journey, 4 nights. So you have an evening check to make for camp. Anyone who has heat resistance or water loss will want to make that check.
Yeah. What is that? D20.
Yeah, and then roll below your.
It's a non-weapon proficiency check, which is D20.
D20 below con. Yeah. Kent passes.
It's intelligence based, not con based.
Jabbar fails.
Thankfully, it's not a psionic power, so you don't have a critical failure condition. Nice. Discovering my Psion Assist has dimension in this Greyhawk game I mentioned off stream, has a dimensional door as it's actually only a devotion. So you think, but you're like, that's quite powerful. But you're like, no, it's so conditional and screwy, and like, if you can torture people with it, basically, because if you put your head in, you have to take a system shock check or lose half your hit points.
So that is me and Gudea.
Yeah.
Dementia door.
But although
Sonic's powers are hilarious.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tom, you're saying.
I'm just calculating it now. Although he's got really low water consumption.
You saved
anyway,
1 litre. Oh,
yep,
sorry, 1 gallon. Sorry.
Yep. Okay, hang on a second.
Yeah, Jabbar has low water consumption anyway. It's like 1 a week or something.
Did we
mad,
refill
isn't it?
the water before we left?
Yes, you could have. They have a spring there, so refill up to max for weight.
Yeah, okay.
As well, because that's relevant for your carry capacity.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dump your treasure there. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Is Sidira keeping her wand of paralyzation?
For now, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, was there anything else particularly cool and powerful last time? Oh, there was a spell book. There was a spell book, wasn't there? Did I put the details out?
Yeah, you did.
Which was that again? Was the spell book again on Sidira, or was it on someone else?
It was on Sidira because she was
because
it froze her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that case, yeah, both of those items are back at Fort Sisra. Tom is hoarding your magic items. You should resent him. Great. Okay. So nighttime check. Let's start from Alex, from my left to right. Alex, do you want to roll your D6 for a nighttime check in the desert?
No, I don't.
Nope. Okay, day 2 travel. It's going to be Beej making a daytime check. And nighttime heat protection.
Yeah. I succeed my heat protection.
And Gudea and Quent and
Yep, I succeed.
Jabbar. Jabbar, you wanting to?
That's better.
Yeah, the reason that that he struggles with knowing what dice is that Thri-Kreen have everything is like Zocchi dice. They're not solid platonics. And yeah, nighttime check J. Here is Benvo again. He had made up a reserve character in case Benvo didn't come home, but yeah. The lucky encounters aren't on sixes, plainly.
Yeah.
You are, yeah. Day 3, so you're moving 1. Do you find sometimes 420 is so slow? There we go. Moving 1. And day 3 day, Tom, do you want to get dice cam going? Can you get it? Can you get dice cam on?
I'm full disclosure. I'm eating Chris right now. I will get it going in about 5 minutes when I wash my hands.
Dice cam sponsored by Whatsits or in America Cheetos.
Salt and vinegar walkers, mate. That's who we're on. Although I do have some
Oh.
Whatsits. That is a 6.
So is it dice cam sponsored by Budweiser and refusal to dice cam sponsored by Walkers?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, it's
okay,
done.
heat
Product
protection.
placement.
Yeah. Yeah, heat protection.
Heat protection.
Success for me, failure for Jabbar.
That looks-
Success for you, Gudea?
That is just a success, yes.
Okay, great.
Okay, day 3 night, Andrew, D6.
Yeah. 6 again.
Whoa.
Yeah.
weird.
So is that 4 6s out of 5? Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay. Don't worry, Simon's got the one lined up. Daytime, day 4. Jabbar, you might as well make your check. Get it over with.
Good.
D6.
Oh, D6, not Yeah, okay.
D6.
1. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Jabbar wakes up in the morning, howls at
To
the
be fair,
sun, and attracts everything within a 5-mile radius.
I would say like a 3 or a 3 and a D20 is a 1 because it's 15%, isn't it? So yeah.
I've just realised we've probably not been taking off enough water because I have my my bird now, don't
How
I?
much does a bird use?
Oh yeah, he has a pet bird, doesn't he?
I
How much does your
assume
bird need to drink? What's wrong with your bird?
it's just a normal bird, you know, but like birds need water.
Can it not fly around and find a puddle or something?
No, it can't fly at all.
It's an emu.
Oh,
I was gonna
that
say, if
bird.
it's
Yeah,
like
sorry,
if it's
of
like a hawk. Oh, the eardland. Okay, yeah. That's gonna be like twice what an eardley drinks, isn't it? So that actually does matter.
Yeah.
When you're like, it's a bird, you're like, oh, it's like a hawk or something. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry. And he's like,
I mean-
oh no, it's like a gigantic emu,
Are,
Right,
are
but
there
prehistoric emu.
How
are
much
there
does-
normal sized birds on Athas?
Does it eat cank feed?
Probably.
It probably can. That'll just be like food. It'll be like animal feed.
Can I retcon us having topped up our cank feed then?
Yes.
Cool.
No, we're just gonna have to eat the eardland at this point.
I mean, that would
No.
be funny.
My friend.
An Erdlu is going to need like human size a day. It's like a gallon. So I was saying Eardland needs 2 gallons a day.
Wait. I thought he had an Erdlu.
No, he never had an Erdlu. He did go and catch the giant version of it, the Eardland.
Okay. Eardland.
Is like yeah,
1 water a day. Fine. So we've had, what,
2
3
water
days
a day.
now?
2 water a day. 2
Oh,
water a day.
Okay, sorry.
Because it's much bigger. It's like several feet taller
Okay,
than an Erdlu.
and so we've 3 days, so I'll take off 6.
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
Okay. Could you roll a D10, Simon?
Yep.
So actually, I think I forgot this last time. I actually have for like traveling. I have like a road events table as well as like a normal thing. You are walking along. You're traveling along, erdlinding along. I don't know who's in what. Is it that I guess you've got some people walking. You've got
Ken's walking.
yeah. Quent walking. I guess Stiv walking. Gudea's on the Midlands. Who
definitely walks about Riven.
Yeah.
I am riding on my bug.
Who is? I mean, like, you're riding on your bug. I guess. Well, between Benvo and Quent, then you guys need to be driving the wagon, probably, don't you?
I force everyone to carry me.
Yeah.
All of us plus the Kanks plus the Eardlin, possibly just about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess Benvo and Quent are on the wagon then.
Cool.
If
Okay.
the other people are all out riding or running around, or too big to get on. So yeah, you are coming along, and I guess who's your point man? Will it be Gudea or Jabbar or Mhaeve? Probably not Mhaeve, but just in case Mhaeve wants to be the point man.
Point man is in front.
Yes, as in I'm assuming it's an outrider and probably someone on an animal, but
Oh.
or a Thri-Kreen who are very quick.
Not
Yeah.
Gudea then, because he's not right. He's not
It
actually
could be
riding. his bird.
Jabbar. I mean, he's
Go-
potentially
yeah.
triggered what's occurring. So
Yeah, Jabbar is presumably you're kind of 30 feet ahead or whatever, like not quite elf distances, but you're just ahead. And you see coming towards you what looks like it's a small biped. I don't think you recognize it. It's a small biped that has a sort of like weird linen-y texture skin, but it doesn't quite look like skin. It's hard to describe to Jabbar. And it's got a tail and a head with two pointy ears, and it kind of heads towards you. And there's a slightly raspy as it sees you coming alongside. It comes up from the side of the road, and it in a slightly raspy way makes the noise meow.
okay, Jabbar, sort of standing further ahead, slightly on the horizon, perhaps squats and puts his hand up in the air, and makes some sort of like pseudo-military signal, hoping that the others understand it. What he's trying to communicate is it's time to hunt. And he unshoulders one of his big bone blade weapons.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Owen, did you say it was humanoid? Or did I mishear that?
No, I said it's.
Okay.
I said, sorry,
Bipedal.
sorry. If I
Bipedal.
said it's. Oh no, it's quadrupedal. It's quadrupedal.
Right, alright, that's...
It's a tiny biped with a tail. It's a cat girl, magical cat girl.
I mean, that was my first thought.
Sorry, we're playing a very different kind of game. I got bored of Dark Sun. Is that okay?
Excellent.
Yeah.
This is a very serious game.
So yeah. it's, meow.
Cannibals here.
Yeah. It meows at Jabbar. Is anyone reacting to Jabbar's hand signal?
Yeah, just keep walking. Like, he's made a signal. It doesn't really... He's not screaming.
Kent waves back.
Yeah. Oh no! Yeah. Anyone else? Anyone else reacting at all to this, or is just people like, oh, it's Gom?
Do we
Gom the
actually know what his
Thri-Kreen.
hand signals
Thri-Kreen
mean?
are like praying mantises.
No.
I don't know if you know what. Praying mantises are like. Sorry, Thri-Kreen are praying mantis men. For anyone who doesn't know.
Well, if you can't speak like Tyrion like a civilized person, I don't know what we're meant to take away from this.
I mean, Kent will take his weapon and start moving forward. He's got his longbow. He's going to start moving forward just in case there's trouble.
Yeah.
There's always
Yeah.
trouble. This is Athas.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's why he's got his longbow.
I think that means Benvo is now driving as Quent just jumps off the cart and runs away. Yeah. So I guess Quent, you'll see the same thing as you begin to catch up and close the distance. Everyone else is going, slowly. They're not running, so you're not going at combat speed.
So
But
Kent
I guess
sees
Quent is,
something
so-
which looks like a cat.
Quadrupedal, yes.
Would
But
Ken
as
have
Quent
seen
looks at it,
anything like a cat?
it feels like it seems you'll have seen rodents. You know, like small mammals exist. Cats, I'm not sure. Small cats don't. There are legends of like large predatory mammal kind of things over in the Forest Ridge in the Ringing Mountains. To the west, you know, like if on the map to the west of Tyr. So you might be like, wait a second, isn't this like those legends but tiny?
I train my bow on it,
But
but don't.
the other thing Quent will notice is it's quite small. It's, you know, it is like 8 inches tall or something at the shoulder. The other thing Quent will notice is that it seems to be wrapped in some sort of fabric, like a linen fabric. It's meow. It kind of makes this meow noise, and it's like waiting and kind of like almost like a hopeful tone to the very slightly raspy, dusty meow noise.
Okay, I'm going to check out some bits of a ration, a few feet in front of it, and try and lure it forward. And when it comes for the ration, I'm going to attempt to grab it.
Yeah. Okay. It'll come. Do you want to? It will come forward to that. That's fine. Do you want to roll initiative? This is just for Gom because he has declared action. Beat my 9.
Fail.
So it comes forward and begins to eat the ration, and then like a few seconds later, you kind of come over to it and put your hands down to pick it up, and it allows you to pick it up, and then as you're kind of like, oh, I've got this now, it crumbles into dust in your hands.
Well, given the alternative I was thinking of was just chucking a javelin at it. At least I saved the effort. The dust doesn't do anything to my hands, does it?
Yeah, save versus death. No, not at this point.
Okay. I pick up the rest of the rations and finish them off. And then sort of just look around and shrug. As much as a praying mantis can shrug.
Yeah.
Ken raises an eyebrow.
Yeah.
Holds his hands out either side.
Everyone catches up, and given that it's taken a couple of minutes probably to walk, well, maybe it's taken another minute on top of what Quent's taken. You know, you take a couple of minutes to go very slowly along, and you know, to this distance ahead where he's gone. You find him kind of eating a ration with Quent looking bemused next to him.
Wasn't there some sort of signal of danger?
Not danger. Opportunity.
Oh, did this ration jump out at you?
Are you suggesting we stop for lunch?
Some creature came up onto the road, and when I picked it up, it turned to dust.
That's strange.
Have you had enough water today?
Yes.
I mean, I could double my ration.
I saw it too.
Have you had enough water today?
Well,
You know, you can see all kinds of things in the desert, but animals don't turn
The desert
to dust.
is my thing I see. Said Gudea.
Right,
Animals
well,
don't turn to dust.
the fictitious dust bunny appears to be gone down in the case, so...
I was going to make the same joke, but I figured it was too obvious.
No joke so obvious that I won't stoop to it.
Yeah. Guess. You continuing on your journey then?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. So I guess it is Alex, your role. Dave. So if people want to do heat resistance first, and then
here you
Alex has
go.
got his
Dice
roll.
cam is reinstated.
The check from Budweiser
Dice Cam
came
sponsored
through.
by Budweiser.
14.
Yeah.
That's under my intelligence, so that's a success.
It's intelligence -2, in case that makes a difference.
Yeah, that's
That
accessible.
is it equal to or under, or absolutely under?
Equal to or
Equal to or under. Equal to or under.
I failed. If it's intelligence -2, I failed. If it's a dice -2,
Yeah.
I succeeded.
And sorry, what were you? Oh yeah, you succeeded. Good.
And then Alex was going to do a night check. Yeah, you need to do it. So yeah, if you do rations and water, Tom.
Yeah.
Alex succeeded. Simon failed. Tom succeeded, I think. So yeah, Alex, do you want to do a nighttime encounter check?
Yeah. Oh, that's a 1.
I think you're almost certainly on a D12, D8. Yeah, D12, D8, I think. If you could roll. No.
D12 plus D8.
Meanwhile, Jabbar, as you sit down in the evening to eat, could you roll again on a D20, please? As you sit down to eat the remains of your ration for the day, a strange thing occurs that you see next to you a glow begins to emerge, and after a second it begins to take a shape which is of a quadrupedal small mammal. It doesn't look the same, but it's covered in fur. It's a bluish fur, like glow. So you don't know the colour of the fur, but there's some sort of tortoiseshell pattern on the thing, and this small whatever it is looks up at you and purrs, and then suddenly its hair goes on end, and it just starts. It looks at you at Jabbar, and you hear in your mind a screech of like a warning cry from some kind of animal. From this, you know it's from this, and it begins like running away from the campsite, and then comes back to you, and then runs away from the campsite, and then comes back to you.
I will follow it out into the desert by myself.
It looks at as you come to the edge of the camp. It looks at the rest of the camp and screeches to you.
Can we see it too? Do you mean it's screeching to Gom?
It's
Specifically.
in my mind, isn't it? It's my own.
Yes, you can see some sort of. You see some sort of glow next to Gom.
And we see him walking out of the camp.
You see him, yeah, and
Kent goes
the
up
glow
to him and
stops
like,
by the edge of the camp.
Where you going, insect man?
The furball of the desert calls me.
I look down at the furball.
It comes hither and then goes further.
I see.
Right.
All
Get
right.
some sleep. You could clearly use it.
Soon. I'm going to continue sort of following it each time it retreats out into the desert a little bit further.
Seeing
Yeah,
him
is
do
anyone else
this,
doing
Kent's
anything?
just going to follow him.
Gudea, Stiv, Benvo. Of Mhaeve's going back to bed. Anyone else doing anything?
I mean, if the thing is here, I guess Gudea will have a look at it. You know, it's an animal.
You
It's
don't
a
see the
mammal.
same resolution of something. You see like a blue glow in a faintly, as you look at it, faintly quadrupedal shape. But you're not really sure what. Like, obviously, you've just been told it's the furball of the desert. So
I think you're being haunted by something. So good luck with that.
Okay. The next time it comes back in, I'm going to attempt to skewer it on the end of my bone spear.
So
My Githka. I'm going to Githka it.
Stiv and Benvo. Yeah, that's fine. Stiv and Benvo, you doing anything?
I mean, watching the situation play out, but I don't know what to make of it currently.
Yeah. Beej, you there?
I refuse to humor the Bugman's
Stiv.
delusions.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, do you want to make an attack roll, Jabbar?
Not very successful.
No. It's just dashing off. As you do that, the ground begins to shake. 10. 9.
Are we? Where is our camp? On like a hill or
8.
something?
They're checking for all of us.
Yeah,
You're on a solid section you're on a solid section of sandy, barreny waste next to the road. Probably,
Kent
I doubt I
runs
guess we're
toward
not
the
bang
road.
by the road because 7.
I'd like to get back to the road with my bird.
Yeah, I will run for the
6.
road.
Yeah,
And
something's going on. I'm gonna grab me bug Kank. That's the one I'm looking for. Kank, and just try and
Kent
push
is
it
already
towards the
armed
road.
while following the following Gom out to follow the cat. So he's just gonna run to the road.
Yeah. 4.
Everyone get back to back on the road.
I'm also
I'll
going to
be
cast
following
light.
the queue of everyone else.
Cast light on someone's helmet or hat or something.
Yeah. 3.
I run to the road with rhythmless steps.
What does that mean?
Gum Jabbar suddenly says, "Fear is the mind killer. This is relevant."
I will not fear.
Only I will remain.
And, yeah. Great. 2.
I guess if
1.
I'm on the road, I'll sort of spread out a bit. Like I'll move along it away from the rumbling.
I'll stay behind Stiv.
Yeah, it seems like a safe place to be.
Yep. That's
It's like an extra armor. It's like an extra armor class thing. A different character.
Operation Human Shield / half giant shield.
Let
Okay.
let my hit points stand in front of you.
So I'm just getting you a useful picture. I'm going to switch to a rough tack map. Yeah. You should be switched. I need to clear that stuff up, obviously. So I'm just wait. There we. Oh, there's no. I don't want that. So I'm just trying to upload a picture of something. Suddenly, the ground beneath the camp, dead beneath the fire that you've just fled, near the wagon, shatters. Like the ground just kind of implodes, then explodes, and launching forth from it, some sort of large creature explodes outwards from underneath. It has some sort of fin on its back. It has a burrowing snout and rocky armor. It's probably 9.5, about 12 feet long, 9.5 feet up to the top of its head, and it smashes through and then begins to head in the direction of the road.
I'm going to throw a bone boomerang thing at it.
Sorry, is it what form is this? I confused myself there.
It's like it looks a bit like a cross between like an armadillo and a turtle.
Right. Okay. Is it one of them lizards?
Are there any obvious weak spots?
I'm just putting
to aim at?
hopefully put. It looks heavily armored. Yeah, you think it looks pretty tough.
It's an armadillo.
Yep. So we're fighting, right? I'm pretty sure we're fighting.
Yes, open fire. All weapons.
One of these.
I'm not sure all our weapons are going to do anything.
Well, we could try for a round or two and then run away.
Yeah.
Quick throw a bomb at it.
If only we had that wand.
Sadira's like a few days later, presumably trading with the dwarf Pluge, just like, man, this is a great wand. Love this wand.
Love this
My best wand that I have. And nobody else has. Let's draw out. Sorry, roll 20 is being archetypally slow for me. Yeah, so I guess you guys are mostly scattered to the road. Was Jabbar going in the direction of the road as well? Or was he heading into the wilderness?
He was heading towards the road, but now he's much more interested in the new prey that has arrived.
Oh. We've got Sdir and Bar there. Let's draw, just to mark out the road if I can. Like that, you are on the road. Everything on the other side is not on the road. It's out in kind of sandy wastes, rocky.
Yeah, there you go.
Them. Can you see? There we go. And
Sdir is not in this fight.
No, she's not. That can probably count for Quent though, because
okay, that's fine.
I don't have a Quent. I don't think. Let's put a Benvo here.
Can I change it? Yes, I can.
I just don't understand the thing that Jabbar was seeing. That was leading.
Telling it. I assume it was telling us to leave the camp.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. So it was leading us away, and then the creature came out beneath the camp, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
that's right.
Cool.
I assume, by the way, did you anyone try to scurry on the wagon cank? No. I don't think I heard anyone go for that.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
I rescued my cank.
Okay, so okay. Well, first we will, as it bursts from the ground, essentially as a surprise round, it will hit the cank twice at least. I actually need an extra d6 on top of this to represent what it's doing.
Stiv was going to kill us.
I think probably just eviscerates the cank there, because the cank is like a 2 HD creature. So yeah, just whole swallows like the cank, crunching it. You see its legs splaying out, like a bit of cank juice. Given canks are inedible, you're not really sure what to make of this, or virtually inedible.
I think we're boned, guys.
Okay.
We found the edible bits.
Do you know what will suit this? Your coming boning. Let's get some music on.
Yay.
So,
you so sure we're going to lose?
Stiv, you're up.
Okay.
I'll be providing moral support.
We also need.
You people have ranged weapons
on the map briefly.
What do you mean, you people?
Who else do we need?
All of the people that I see conspicuously standing behind me.
Who do we have? Yeah. Got Benvo, Quent. Yeah, Benvo, Thri-Kreen, Quent, Stiv. So we need Mhaeve. Mhaeve, you can look like a male human wizard. Because I don't think we've actually got your...
Exactly what I look like.
Yeah. And Gudea...
I meant to arrange a bit about myself. Just didn't do it.
I think... Do you know who Gudea should be? Gudea should be Lord Hastane. We'll sort this out for next time. We should have... This is very amateur of us. You can be Lord Hastane, the Rygar.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly...
You don't need these for that long, you know.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so... can you declare your actions for me?
Hurl can't count that beast.
Yeah.
I am going to cast a very definitely psionic power on Stiv. Ignore the fact that I have psionic mimicry and somatic concealment as non-weapon proficiencies, and just choose to believe it's definitely a psionic power. Might of Sorcerer Kings.
I'm going to draw my bow and try and shoot an arrow at its face and eyes.
Yep. That's fine.
I will put myself in front of
That's
everyone
rough.
and brace, assuming that it will try to charge us.
You're bracing for charge. Yeah, what is your weapon speed, whatever you're bracing with, I guess, as in readying an action with?
My spear is a speed 6.
I already know what I'm going to call this episode now. It's really helpful.
The death of Stiv.
Yours, Bix?
Stiv's
What's your weapon speed, Benvo?
Oh, it's a bone dagger, so that's quite quick, isn't it? Why didn't I note it down?
No, your bow will be a weapon.
Oh, sorry,
speed,
I'm looking at the bow.
6 or 7.
You're completely right. Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew. I was going to ask.
I mean, I could have just said it out loud.
While
but-
you're checking, Alex. No, don't
I
worry. Typing stuff is helpful sometimes. Alex, what are you doing?
I will attack with my bow. My longbow. Speed 7 and 14, I guess.
Yep, for second attack. This is the off round for Stiv and Benvo. Well, for Stiv, sorry, not for Benvo. Jabbar.
Check
What are you
for. He's going to check his bone boomerang thing, the chapter, which is speed 4.
What's its rate of fire? Is it rate of fire 1 or?
Its attack is 1/1. I think that's all I got written
Yeah,
down.
its Wrath is 1. Great, that's.
Yeah, 1 basically.
And Quent.
I'm going to shoot with my bow, which is speed 8.
What's your bow?
It's a longbow with sheaf arrows.
That's speed 7.
Oh, it's
isn't it?
sheaf arrows run.
Oh, a sheep arrow is slower.
Yeah, I thought that was speed 7.
I haven't
No, I
got.
think they're the same.
Like, I have sheep
They don't-
arrows. But I've not written
it doesn't
down
make a
as
difference.
Oh,
I think longbows are 7. What kind of bow do you have, Benvo? What bow do you have?
well, I'll put it at 7.
Tis a. Oh, I've just got short bow written down.
That I think is quicker, so it'll be like
Oh,
6 or
it's
something.
longbow versus
Anyway.
composite longbow. So longbow speed 8, composite is 7. So that's why mine's slightly faster.
Oh, okay. Is your bow composite, Gudea?
Yeah, slightly more expensive, but
Okay, so Quent is 8/16. Benvo is like going to be 6 or something. We can double check that in a second.
Oh, wait.
Gum.
Why am I 8/16?
rate of fire 2.
Oh, I see.
Uh,
oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
no,
you'll
I
be
see, I
firing
see.
twice.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, Alex, do you want to roll initiative?
No. 5. Ooh. That's actually bad for us.
5 is not bad.
But I mean, I guess Mhaeve gets to go first.
Well, no, it's going to be moving. You have some distance.
no, Mhaeve doesn't.
By the
Mhaeve
way, the
doesn't.
cat is just like the cat who is not particularly scared of whatever this is personally, is like just yowling at it. In fact, probably you all, Gon will hear this very loudly. Everyone else will hear like high pitch at the edge of their hearing, but in their head, the kind of distant yowl of an animal, like a kind of like a defense cry, like a warning off cry. Okay.
Am I able to move in front of the group with this same initiative? Like,
Yes, you can move in front of the Duke.
yeah, I want.
Yeah, no, that's how. Yeah,
Yeah, I want to be the tip of the
generally
spear.
speaking, that's
so
how
to
it works.
speak.
Okay. The only thing that can kind of size-wise stand up to this thing as well. So you move to the edge of the road. Everyone else is behind you. Okay. In that case, it is moving towards Stiv, who is now the closest opponent. After a couple of segments, and it'll be 3 at the end of that. So I guess it will crash into Stiv. and it will. It will jump 8 feet towards you. You are slow initiative, so it's still going to attack first, and it will hit you first with its front feet on its first attack. That is going to be hits AC -1.
What?
Well,
And it does 24 damage.
how's Steve's health looking?
Still positive.
And
Okay.
then Jabbar ran away.
Okay. Mhaeve, your spell goes off, and your boomerang, Jabbar.
Okay. Steve, for the next 8 rounds, you have +2 attack and +2 damage. And hopefully I can heal you at some point. With my definitely psionic powers.
What's the AC of this creature? So I rolled 11 +3 for my dex bonus, and I got a THAC of 18.
That's AC 4?
4. Yeah.
AC 4, you
Fifth.
hit.
Yeah, be AC. So you've got Thaco 15 then, if it's including
Yeah.
the Dex bonus, as well. So yeah, AC 4. What were you trying to hit? It's a pretty big creature. It's got like large shelled body. It's got eyes. It's got a stomach. The stomach you probably can't see now. It's landed.
No, the eyes, the face.
Yep. In that case, AC 4 will hit its eyes. It's a region only like a foot across, but your practice shots and you're intentionally aiming for it. So
And it's large, I assume.
it is probably It's only large. Don't worry, it's not huge.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, my weapon does more against medium and small than large. I do 4 damage to it.
Great. Okay. So next, it is going to attack it simultaneously to Stiv attacking it. Stiv, remember you're at +2. Make it count.
+2 to just attack.
And damage. I've written it in the chat as well.
And damage. And Benvo, you're firing your first shot now as well at the eyes. But so Benvo and Stiv go simultaneously.
Did the bracing thing not work because it beat us in initiative? Like its speed was faster.
Yeah, it beat you in initiative. You didn't have time to ready. No, it will hit AC 7. Benvo, you're going to miss with your first shot. I think it's safe to say.
Okay.
Because you're going to hit like AC
Yeah, that's
15 or something, or 12. So.
Oh, I definitely did it.
+2 damage as well.
What are you trying to? Yeah, I guess.
My Thaco is 18, so that's hits AC 0.
Hits AC 0. What, aiming for the eyes or aiming for the body?
I'm just gonna stab this thing. Like, I'm just stabbing it straight up, right in its face. Whatever's closest to me.
AC's, yeah.
The mouth is closest to you.
Yep, go for it. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Yep.
That damage boost is going to
AC 0 will hit in that case.
nasty. Oh,
Whoa.
could have done a better roll, but 14 damage.
What's that? 20 damage.
14.
I think you mean total.
20 plus the other, as your running total is 20.
Oh, right.
Okay, next, Gudea and Quent, you're firing your longbows.
Longbow. No.
Whoa.
Doesn't look like anything.
Am I in point blank range?
No.
Which is up to 30 feet.
You're looking at the map. You will be. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a 14. My Thaco is 18, so hits AC 4.
That hits the eyes. I hit AC 6 Stiv on my next attack.
How many attacks this thing got?
Steve? What do you say?
I think I do 4 damage, Owen. Roll
Steve, what's your damage?
Steve, you
Beej,
there?
what's your AC?
Hello, yes, sorry. Package.
Damn
AC
What's your
3.
AC?
3.
Okay then. In that case, it. I guess. How much has it moved? It moved 5. Great. It has movement left. It begins to burrow down beneath Stiv. Stiv, could you make a save versus paralyzation? Then people can fire their bows if they want.
Ooh, paralyzation. Yes. Minus
pass.
13, so it passes.
With your feet. Everyone else fire their bows again, I guess. So that's Benvo, Quent, and Gudea.
Oh.
Natural 1.
At this point, it's obviously. In fact, this is a relevant thing. Because I didn't say so before, I won't penalise the other two. But Tom, could you roll a secondary attack against Stiv? Normally, I'd be splitting it based on their proportions in close combat, and now it's no longer kind of charging through the air. So
That is a 10 in
it
total.
looks like Benvo. What? Benvo, is your Thaco 18?
My
Did you say?
Thaco is 18, yes.
Do I
Or is it
apply
better
the
than that?
specialist bonus?
Okay then.
And I'll
Against
actually have a +1
Stiv.
modifier as,
That seems
for ranged
weird.
attacks as well.
17. So you hit AC -1 on the shell. It misses. It bounces off.
Okay.
Gudea.
I hit AC 2. Yeah.
That misses. Bounces off the shell.
No. no.
Sorry, Quent. What was your die roll against Stiv?
Well, I rolled an 8, and if he's in point-blank range, and thus with my specialization, that would give me 10, but it seems odd that me being specialized in a weapon would make me more likely to hit my comrade.
No, I'll give you that off, because I'm not actually using the rules as written. I'm just trying to adjudicate the fumble. So, yeah, what AC do you hit? Presumably not AC 3, I guess, which is good news for Stiv.
AC 10, it would be.
No. Yeah, it flies over his head.
It wouldn't matter
Okay,
if I
next
had
round.
finished up at 10, but...
It is now burrowing. You can only see probably the very top of its shell as it begins to move past Stiv. What are people's actions?
Moving way the hell out of the path it's burrowing in.
Can I first ask a question? Relative to me, how large is this thing?
9 feet.
So
It's
it's
the
9
same
feet
kind of
long.
size as you. It's 9.5 feet tall at the shoulder, 12 foot long. Similar
Okay.
size to you.
And as it goes underground right now, what we can see is just the top of the scales, or is there has it disappeared?
Yeah.
So it's still visible.
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to leap on top of it and stick my spear into the back of its spine and use it to ride the beast.
Yes!
It doesn't all have to be like Dune references today. I don't know if anyone needs to know that. But...
I was actually going to ask if I look down at it, and this may be like a split-second decision, if it looks like there is a handhold or something to grab onto that's not razor sharp, I think I'll try and just grab it and maybe try and pull it up so that it's not underground.
So
much.
you're wrestling. You are wrestling it. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Stiv's wrestling it. Sounds sensible. Gudea.
I would like to psionically contact it.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, it's me.
Steve, on a
Benvo.
scale of 1 to dead, how dead are you?
A little more than half dead.
Oh, you're good. Okay.
I think
If
if
it hits
anybody else
Benvo,
has been
what
hit
do
by
you do?
that, it'd be
If it hits me again like it did before, I will die.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be any of us would be patty if that hit us. So you know,
Don't get hit.
good job.
And Benvo, what are you doing?
So at this point, is it still like exposed?
Only the top of its scales are very tough scales at the top.
Okay. I guess I just want to like. Is it again? 5e talking. Is it possible to like ready an action?
In some circumstances, if you're like, you can knock an arrow and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be looking for another opportunity to shoot another arrow.
Mhm.
Yeah, can I do the same thing? Like
Yeah.
move out?
Knock
of
arrow.
the-
You're taking aim. You're basically taking aim action, like not for a bonus, but just so you actually have an arrow on the.
Yeah.
Okay, and Mhaeve. Mhaeve, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna try and grab me cank and circle around to sort of down here-ish. What?
Mhm.
I don't really want to use. I think I'll try and contact it as well, psionically.
Contact. Yep, that's fine. That's on
Okay.
speed. It'll be on speed 1. Okay. Beej, roll initiative D10. Beat my 5.
Yikes!
Ow!
So it will go. It will drop underground, and it will with its rear feet smashing down. It will kick first Stiv. That's going to hit. And next it hits Jabbar, which will be an AC 1 hit. I take it you are both hit by its rear feet as it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I probably should have assumed that it would get another hit off and went for this healing spell anyway.
Stiv. 17 damage, Stiv. Are you up? Are you up? Are you dead?
I am at -1.
Stiv lives,
For now.
But
and that's 9 damage to Jabbar.
Jabbar is still going. He's not unconscious yet.
Jabbar's like, I don't know what this guy's complaining about. It is then gonna burrow down deeper, and I mean it's got like whatever it is. Yeah. Is that 60 feet? Yeah, it's just it disappears into the earth. You can't see it now. Contacts can go off though if people want to make any. Yeah, let's just double check what's because contacts. I mean, you know what it is, so I think you can. Do you need it to be visible when you make the contact?
Doesn't seem like it says so. Cannot contact a subject you know
distance.
nothing about.
No, power score modifier will be -1. Distance matters. Line of sight is 0. So you two both make a power check, which is a D20 versus your wisdom, but it'll be wisdom -1.
D20 versus wisdom -1. Okay.
That's easy.
It's also going to each cost you 8. You're paying 8 PSPs for this.
Ow, he's got a lot of hit dice.
Okay. That. Are we trying to roll over or
Mhaeve
under?
succeeds.
You want to roll low,
Lower,
but not too
lower.
low. Oh dear.
Skill checks you're rolling under generally.
What's the nat 20 effect on contact?
It's. I can't remember.
Further contact with this mind is impossible at this experience level, so
Brilliant.
yeah, Gudea doesn't take any penalties. There is also
Well.
critical success for psionics, so it's like it does balance out. Mhaeve,
Is there-
you have contact, That means that anything that you pay 8 and it will cost you 1 PSP per round.
Okay.
But yes, you it now requires you. You know, you can now do anything that requires contact.
Right. Is that? Do I have to wait another round to do that, or?
Yes, because anything that
Okay.
requires contact will be a new
Yes.
power.
Okay. I don't know the psionic rules.
Okay.
Okay,
Were
okay.
there? I guess Mhaeve can move.
Just got. Mhaeve can't move. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, Mhaeve moves. Quent. I guess people can knock arrows. Quent and Benvo can knock arrows.
Mm-hmm.
And is that about it? I guess. Stiv can't wrestle because it's disappeared. Great.
I would like
in
to
that
move
case-
by falling to the ground.
Did I miss one? Oh yeah, and Gom's also gonna attack it. Gom does not. Round 3, declare actions. The ground is shaking beneath you.
Does it look like it's taken like any real damage at all?
Its
Like-
face is messed up. Last you saw it, but it has now disappeared into the ground, so you don't know.
I'm really tempted to just mount up and leave.
Is it possible to dig into the ground after it?
If you have arrow speed,
If you were really
otherwise you're
stupid.
just physically digging. So
No, I'm just going to run the opposite way to which it's dug.
The cank was
Yeah.
was the cank was that pulling the wagon?
Yes.
It
the
was.
wagon can't. Well, it wasn't pulling it. It was next to the wagon. It was then crunched and eaten,
Yeah.
Question.
and its
Is
legs
there-
spat out like someone eating crickets in the Australian jungle.
Is there close by a canyon or ravine of some kind? If we draw it there and it chases us, and then we jump out of the way, it will fly out of the ravine and fall down to its death. It's a brilliant plan that I've come up with purely on my own.
Can I hear like an animation noise behind you, Stiv?
Listen.
We recently bought the first two DVDs of Wacky Races on DVD, which is one of the all-time great TV shows.
Oh yeah.
On that note,
It
is, if possible, Dick Dastardly is worse than Wile E. Coyote at coming up with traps.
No,
The guy's
this
a
is
moron.
this is straight. This is from God, what's that movie with Kevin Bacon?
Speed.
Kevin
It was in Speed. I don't know.
X-Men First Class.
Tremors. Yeah, Tremors.
Tremors.
Yeah,
Tremors.
that's how they killed the
Yeah.
thing at the end of Tremors.
Yeah.
Okay, look, who is the Korean American shopkeeper who's going to get eaten? Is it Stiv at this point?
It is.
Well, no, because now I'm unconscious on the ground. I'm not. It won't know I'm here. I'm invisible to it.
Yeah, it won't be able to detect you.
Yeah, I'm making no
Okay,
vibrations.
yeah, tell me something you're doing.
I'm gonna mount up and I'm gonna see if. I think I'm just gonna mount up and leave.
Leave?
Kent's going to activate Shadow Form.
Yeah, just start traveling down the road away from this
Ooh.
nonsense.
Yeah.
Is that his wild talent?
His wild talent.
Okay, Benvo. What are you doing?
I don't know. So hold up, is everyone fleeing basically?
You look
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
to see us variously disappearing, mounting up, and fleeing.
Yeah.
Am I not bleeding out right now? Like,
You are. I'm
You are.
I'm gonna
Stiv is
try
leaving
and
now.
save
Stiv
you.
isn't leaving, Benvo.
It's okay. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and heal you as I run. That's why I moved round to behind you. So I was nice and close for when I inevitably needed to heal you.
I'm hoping that I can stay in Shadow Form nearby and help you out.
Okay, I'll be running too.
Good. Okay, Stiv, bleed. I think that's speed 0. It's like speed -1. It always goes quicker than you expect. Mhaeve.
Cure wounds and then scuttle very quickly down the road.
What's the speed on cure wounds?
That's a speed 5.
Yeah, that's fine. Then you'll run half speed. And Jabbar?
Jabbar is having ran the previous round, I think, turning around to sort of look and see what's going on before making his next decision.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, you preparing for anything, planning anything?
He's still got his spear out. If anything comes close to him, he's going to try and leap away.
Mm-hmm. So, as in he's just going to try to dodge. Dodge is an action.
Yeah,
it's worth saying that you can improve your aim. Yeah. But that's if you're standing still. You don't really want to do that if you're like also running. Okay, I think Jay, roll the, some would say, decisive initiative of your party's future.
So initiative is a
D10. D10. Could everyone make a save versus paralyzation as the basic? You are in like hard packed sand, which is no longer hard packed.
Paralyzation is PPD, right?
Stiv doesn't need to. Yeah. No. PPD is versus death.
Is that roll over?
Yeah.
I'm already on the ground, so.
So
PP.
Oh, just passed. Got a 13.
yeah, PP.
Are we rolling over? Oh crap! Are we rolling over?
Rolling
or
over.
You want to roll high?
Over for save.
Roll.
Oh, you want to hope?
Under.
I'm good.
Oh, I just fail.
I'm dead. Well, I'm not dead. I'm probably dead.
And Gom passes. Gom
passes. Yeah, Gom passes by 2.
And I'm missing someone on this list because Stiv
Kent.
is down. Gudea, Stiv, Benvo. I've got Quent.
Yeah, I rolled a 13, which
You're
is
gonna
my
make
save, so I succeed. Dice cam if you don't.
Yeah, Dice Cam, sponsored by Budweiser. Okay. In that case, what is Shadow Form? What's the speed on Shadow Form? Is it like, does it have one declared? If not, it'll be 1. Yeah.
It does not have a speed
I think
declared.
it'll be 1. Yeah.
It just says.
No, in that case, it'll be 1. In that case.
What was that? Sorry.
Yeah.
Crucially, I'm gonna drop.
In that case, I'm
gonna drop my bow. Actually, how much does that weigh? No, I'm not gonna drop my bow. What am I gonna drop? Sorry, I'm gonna drop my backpack, so that I and my quiver, so that my weight of equipment will drop to 20, so I can like disappear with my armor and my weapons.
You'll be shadow forming on 11. In that case, Gudea, you're on something that's moving, and probably the loudest thing here. And so from beneath you, smashing upwards, emerges whatever this creature is, which hits you. Well, it hits the Kank. In fact, how many hit points does your how many
not the Kank,
your Eardland?
yeah.
How many hit points does your Eardland have?
I don't think we rolled. For
It's
that
going to
yet.
die.
Is how many hit dice does an Erdland have? 3d8.
3d8 hit dice.
It'd be something.
Three hit dice, which would be d8.
A hit die is usually. Let's find out. Erdland. There we go. To be fair, the Erdland is the other thing that is actually capable of standing up to it, being 15 feet tall and up to a ton in weight. Hit dice 3.
Yeah. So is that 3d8 or is that 3d10?
3d8, yep.
Yeah. Just
3d8.
3d8 flat.
3d8, yeah. 3d8 flat.
14 hit points. It might survive.
Well, it depends. What it hits us.
It's not going to.
Oh,
There is a crunch. The ground explodes. You're thrown backwards, and the creature comes out with its paws clasping around the Eardland, which is smashed between its claws as its gigantic beak smashes into it and chews it.
No. I only know you
Okay,
2
shadow
days. We were
form,
the
Quent.
best friends.
Quent, do you need to make a power check for shadow form?
yeah, con -6. Got 18 con. Here we go. Oh, just about.
12 then. That's
11.
what you need.
11. So just about.
Quent fades out. Quent fades out into shadow. Benvo starts sprinting. Benvo's already sprinting. Stiv, you lose -1. You lose a hit point. Gudea, you can keep trying to run. I guess you stand up and run if you want to.
Yeah.
Gom is dodging.
90 degrees.
Mhaeve, roll your cure wounds on Stiv to get him walking wounded.
5 hit points, Steve.
So you'll be at 3. You're walking wounded. You can't fight and stuff, but you can stagger along.
Yeah, I'm gonna scuttle back at half speed if I can still do that. I don't know what's going on with the ground.
Yeah, I was going to say,
sorry,
Gudea, you look at the creature, and Gudea, you do see the creature's eyes are wounded. It has definable eyes, 2 of them, and one of them it looks like crippled. As you slip away from it. Next round 4. Declare actions.
Throw boomerang.
This is really stupid, but I'm gonna dart in and try and stab it in the other eye.
I don't think we can escape from it, yeah, so I'm going to try and shoot it in the eye.
Shoot bow.
Ken is, not because he's a coward, gonna stay in shadow form in case anyone goes down and he has to help.
Fair.
What are the effects of my injury here? Like, am I slower than I normally am?
You're conscious. So you can walk at walking pace, and you can. I would rule you can just about carry your stuff, but you can't go like heavy load. And you can't fight, and you can't do anything other than you can advise. You can shout.
Yeah. Just stay back.
Okay. Quent, Gudea, Benvo, Mhaeve, Gom, Stiv, I guess. Stiv, any action?
I'm just going to reach out and grab my spear again.
Also, I apologise in advance, Steve, but when my previous buff on you runs out, you are going to lose a hit point again. So, really try and hang on to that last hit point.
I cannot stress enough.
He's got 2 hit points.
I think
Okay.
my stand played speed 3, by the way, or something.
Tom, time for Dice Cam to show us the results of an initiative. Oh, beat my
big
10.
1. Wow.
Alright, here we go. Where's my D10? Ah! That's not a D10. There it is.
He's rolling a D4.
Yeah.
7. Okay, then. It's going to be acting on a 13. So in that case, Benvo, Gom, Mhaeve, what's your speed? Presumably quicker than... It's going to be like... only
Speed
a
1,
couple,
apparently, a dagger. No, wait, I'm looking at weight. Speed 2.
Oh, is it a magic?
Speed 2.
Speed 2, yeah. Okay. So Mhaeve gallops over. Like, it feels like you're seeing John Wayne at the head of the cavalry arrive as Mhaeve charges in with a dagger.
I thought
Benvo,
Mhaeve
in that case, no, first...
Dagger, so
Mhaeve.
That's...
Mhaeve, you roll first. And then it will be...
Let's see, my FACO is 20,
What's your
minus that
FACO?
is 15, but I take a -2 penalty for it being an obsidian dagger, so that's like AC 7.
That misses. In that case, Gom, your boomerang, I guess your move to throw a boomerang at it is...
Yep. Ah, it's definitely a miss.
Technically. Yeah, okay, Benvo. It's all on you.
Benvo, no!
Oh dear.
Okay.
The rolls!
Okay. So, Gudea, it will continue landing on its back feet, I think, with you as it's charging up, having smashed the thing with one back. Natural 1.
Ah!
Oh.
I'm still alive!
Gudea, as it's landing on you, you can see its belly.
Oh.
It's your
I should-
turn.
Oh, should I shoot it in the eye or should I shoot it in the belly?
Ali,
Belly.
Belly it is!
if it has an underbelly, just shoot it.
Yeah, I guess shoot it in the heart. I
Mhaeve
guess.
is screaming at you. Mhaeve is like next to you, flailing around with this obsidian dagger as you're like half sitting down.
I think Gudea's probably also screaming.
Shoot it in the ghoulies.
That's AC 1. That hits.
Kick her in the balls.
That hits.
That's pretty good. Now I hope I do some actual damage here.
And after that, it's gonna. It will be. I think it'll be Quent technically next.
6
damage. Quent, you can only see its shell, so you are against the hardest thing because you're on the other side.
I mean,
You can move. I guess you can move if you want.
Yeah, I might move. I'm not going to move far. I'm just going to move so that I am kind of in range if I need to be. My movement is 6, which I assume means like what?
Okay.
3 of these squares.
6 is 30 feet in a minute.
Yeah, okay.
Or 30 yards outside. So yeah, you get over there
Nice.
if you want to. What are you aiming at?
I'm
you
not.
can't- you won't be able to see its belly.
I'm not currently shooting anything because I
shooting or
can't do any corporeal damage to anything in shadow form anyway. So I'm staying in shadow form in case somebody goes down. Then I might be able to hang around and stabilize them if this thing runs away.
It's second rear foot against Gudea. Gudea lives.
Gudea lives.
Oh my goodness.
It doesn't want to hurt the desert.
Okay, it is going to be Benvo, and it's going to be Gudea.
Yeah, shoot that squishy little belly.
Ditto.
It's landed now. So your eyes or body.
I guess eyes. I mean, I've rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, you fire at point blank range into its eyes.
Just kind of flail in panic and get a really lucky shot. Okay, maybe just a lucky shot, 2 damage.
Benvo. Your second shot. Remember to track ammo, by the way, everyone.
Oh yeah, I'm almost out of sheaf arrows.
That's gonna. Benvo misses. Next round, declare actions. It's
Boomerang.
badly wounded. It's bearing down. Bearing
Give
down
me a
on.
spear.
I guess.
Oh god.
If I only have a tiny knife, please give me a spear. Steve has gone silent. I will use my tiny knife.
He's dying. Okay.
Wait, do you want my
Quent, what are you
spear?
doing?
I throw it at you. Pointy end first. No. You can take my spear. I have an extra one.
Okay, if I can grab a spear off Steve, I'll try and attack with that then. I don't know if...
So Stiv is just going to stagger over and drop a spear for you to pick up them.
If that's okay, yeah?
I'll just hand it to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, and I'll attack with a spear, which is
Okay.
substantially
Benvo.
better weapon.
Strike true, Mhaeve.
Benvo, Gudea, Quent. Gom.
Bow attack.
I have not succeeded.
Wah, wah.
I don't know if I want to attack or just try and flee or.
I want to
I assume
spear.
that's an attempted boomerang, by the way.
Yeah, this is just chucking
Yeah, I
out
think-
into the desert.
I think we're just declaring actions at the moment.
Oh, okay. That was my attempted boomerang anyway.
Well, he's missed, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Quent. Gudea.
I mean, I'm just...
I think I'll keep trying to shoot it and hope I get lucky. Maybe someone else will distract it. I just keep, I imagine I'm backpedaling, frantically drawing, shooting as I step back.
Yeah. Is there a minimum? There's not a minimum range on longbows, are there?
I
I don't think.
know there's just the point blank range if you specialize, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Quent. What about you?
Kent is just hanging out, man.
Okay, Andrew, your initiative roll.
D10.
D10.
Fuck.
Okay. Goodbye, Gudea. That is AC 6.
I have AC 6. Damn.
At least you've got a character tree.
Yeah.
19 damage to Gudea.
Chunky paste.
Oh no.
Front feet smash into Gudea, and the creature begins to lick at it as it prepares to hit. It's going to get to attack again with its rear feet, but both times before anyone does anything. So I guess it will attack Mhaeve and Benvo, who are close to it. Mhaeve.
TP, go.
17, that's going to hit.
That'll hit.
Yeah. And that's going to be AC 2 versus Benvo, which will hit. Okay. Versus Mhaeve.
-3 health.
16 damage. Mhaeve is up. Mhaeve has an attack. Benvo,
No,
-3 health.
rear feet.
I'm at -3 health. I do not get an
-3.
attack.
Oh, Mhaeve is dead. Farewell, Mhaeve.
Never mind.
11 damage, Benvo.
Okay.
Is Benvo up?
Yeah, he's up. Yeah, he's
Benvo's
quite,
like, this is great. I love it.
quite tough,
and
isn't
that-
it?
He's quite chunky, yeah. Jabbar misses. Stiv drops a spear at Maeve's corpse. Quent stares in horror. Benvo, you have 2 shots.
I'm gonna make him count.
Better make him count.
Great.
Jay has not rolled higher than a
Oh
10.
my God. Shit.
I would like to point of order something here.
Stiv, yeah.
There's no way that in my effort to hand Mhaeve a spear, I would walk directly up to the creature. I would come around behind Mhaeve and then hold the spear out as she gets kicked to death, and then just hang my head and walk away.
Yeah.
Point of order. Also for Stiv.
The creature makes some kind of horrendous screeching in triumph. Yes, for Stiv.
I'm afraid, given that my buff spell on Stiv just very much ended, he loses another hit point.
That's okay.
That's
I have
Yeah.
an endless supply of 3 hit points. Now I have 2.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Okay, so whoever's alive, I guess you can declare an action.
I'm GTFOing.
Yeah, I run into the distance.
I'm running in the
Benvo.
opposite direction to Jabbar.
Yeah.
How many of us are
Benvo,
playing backup
do you
characters
think
now?
you can outrun this? 2 of you at least.
I'm going to draw my dagger and attack with that in the face.
We'll miss you, Benvo.
Literally just jump on its face.
Yeah.
No, he's going with his highest speed, his best speed thing. It's called tactics. It might end very. Stiv, are you leaving? Are you staying?
I'd have to leave, but I'm not leaving alone. I don't see there's any way that I would know a -3 from a -2 from a -1. I'm going to grab Mhaeve by the ankle and try and drag her back. And the 2 of us are going to go find a rock to sit on that hopefully is inaccessible to the creature.
Jay, this has to
torso
be
is
your
missing.
initiative, right? This has to be on it. Beat my 3.
Your chest is just lightly caved in.
Yeah.
You can survive that, right?
It begins
Yes.
to... Yeah. It's going to have to burrow to jump again. So it's going to burrow and then hit out at you on... I mean, it sounds at this rate, you are jumping into the hole with it. Are you jumping into the hole with it?
Yeah, kind of.
frothing at the mouth.
Might as well.
This is, to be fair, this is more or less what Fussful did in the Spelljammer game, remember? Like Blood Rage.
I always bring it
Okay,
back.
it's going on a 6,
last
you're going on
minute.
a 7.
If you kill it right now, that's it. It's the greatest.
Benvo may or may not survive this. Okay. 12 damage, are you up?
I have 1 hit point remaining.
Whoa. Get him, Benvo.
Make your attack.
4.
Benvo diving into the hole after this creature.
Right, so it's a bone dagger, so -1 hit probability. Shall I add that mod in here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, do it there. And your Thaco is 18.
Natural 1.
Oh my.
Oh god.
It's gone the other way.
At least he died bravely.
Face plants into the ground.
Lands on his own dagger.
Yeah, you jump after it and you just bounce off. You bounce off its shell, I guess. Okay, next round. The cat is going with Jabbar. Stiv is staggering at walking speed, not at combat speed. Okay, declare actions.
Continue to GTFO.
Yeah.
Ooze.
Benvo, I guess I just need to ask you, really.
Continue to rage on the. I mean,
Jabbar's
if-
going to
if-
have a change of heart and he's going to turn around and charge back in. He's going to feel guilty about running away.
I mean, do you think the face is still accessible?
If you brace and you have initiative, you can get it as it jumps out. You can get
Okay.
its belly as it jumps out.
Okay.
You just need to get initiative. Okay, Gom, the cat turns around with you and look, its hair furiously bristling charges with you.
Okay.
What are you going to be using, Gom? What are you using? What
I'm
weapon?
going to use my spear, the bigger weapon, because it does way more damage than this crappy.
Is that
boomerang.
6? Weapon speed 6 or?
Give me
what
a
is it?
second. I will need to have a look. Weapon speed 7.
Is it the Githka?
Yeah, the Githka, yeah, I think is the smarter way to go. Group does detail against large creatures. Although, if I use the wrist razor, I get weapon speed 2. It looks
You're
pretty
both doing
knackered.
WS2.
Yeah, I'll go with the wrist razor.
It looks very knackered. Okay.
Yeah, I want to go wrist razor, which gives me weapon speed
Okay. Simon, do you want to roll initiative at -1?
2. Yeah, sure.
Beat my 8.
6.
The cat speeds ahead of you, and as the creature, the BULETTE, emerges from the ground, hitting Benvo. Benvo, you're going on an 8, as are you, Gom. You both get to attack.
Lovely.
No.
Oh, this is bad.
The cat looks disappointed. How are you this bad at playing D&D, guys? I don't. Where's all this filth?
We failed to bribe the DM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
You
parade
even had like a
RNG
magical
this.
cat ghost help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, if you win, it's kind of Benvo's win at this point for standing his ground, but okay.
If it's
That was a big
I think
F.
Benvo's about to die. So yeah. Benvo. It will hit you, I imagine. Yeah, you're dead. It does at least 4 damage. Okay.
We'll
Gom,
remember
it
you,
will
Benvo.
attack you with both rear feet. And it hits Gom once, misses Gom once.
Gom's out of there.
For 13 damage.
Yeah, he's definitely out of
Is Gom alive or dead?
there. He would be on -5.
What's he on?
Yeah, it's dead.
Minus
Yeah.
That's 5 is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Stiv, next to you and Maeve's battered corpse, this cat creature kind of comes more clearly materialized and walks next to you, its head hanging low, as the BULETTE. Unless Stiv or Quent is planning to return.
Nope.
Yeah.
I've seen
could-
3 of them turned into paste, and one of them pretty definitely killed. So.
Yeah. Okay. Quent, do you want to roll an encounter check as you and Stiv and Mhaeve's corpse and the cat ghost flee the battle, trying to find the rest of your friends who... 2. You and Stiv, as well as anyone's backup characters on their character tree, rendezvous. Given you're heading in the same direction, you can rendezvous later in the evening. You have whatever was in your packs.
There'll be a lot of introductions.
I don't have what was in my backpack, so I left it to go in shadow form.
My stuff was
Yeah,
on
you
the
did,
wagon
yeah.
and on the cank.
So, guys, how do you feel about bulettes?
0 out
Mixed
of 10
feelings.
would not bullet again.
Yeah.
I was expecting
You
all
nearly
of the
killed
meat
it.
shields to do better.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
I
that,
have
you
never
know,
seen...
I mean, I didn't land a single attack there. I think, you know, I think
You
we
should have killed it.
stood a
Benvo,
chance.
Benvo alone should have killed it. You did. No, Benvo alone should have killed it.
Yeah.
Basically based on the fact that Jay rolled in how many rounds? That you rolled 8 rounds or something, and Benvo attacked in most of them.
Did pretty much nothing but make bow
And-
attacks and miss them all.
Yeah. I mean, given how bad he was at fighting, it's kind of good Benvo died, if I'm honest.
Well, natural selection.
Yep.
Yeah. So you rendezvous. Tom, do you have a third character, or is Sadira coming out to find them in this round?
I mean, I think I'm just.
There's Zedric the guard.
Yeah. Although I mean, I mean, if my guy's still alive, so I don't need another character right now. Do
Oh,
I?
Quent's alive, isn't he? Yeah, Quent's
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
Andrew, do you have a backup character?
It's possible that I
Very
will
loud
also
slide.
Slash.
need a backup character, because if I'm walking wounded, I will be very useless when we get to the city.
Yeah. Yep. No, yes. So, yes, Stiv, I guess everyone apart from Quent. Simon, you have a fighter. Is he a 2nd level fighter? I think Zedric, isn't he? I'll check.
I don't
You
think I
have, as a spare for the remain...
I hadn't written any character up, but I'm happy to have a very, very similar Thri-Kreen character with a different name could appear.
Yeah, for the rest of the session. Yeah. Yeah, go for it. Technically, you'll probably have You've probably got Zedric the Caravan Guard if you need a backup as well. But yeah, Alex, who are you playing?
I'm gonna play Karanu, my fighter, thief, and definitely nothing else elf.
Beej, what are you playing?
I have Marcia, the human rouge.
What
think
kind of
I'll-
rouge?
A scout, I think.
Is that a thief?
Yeah, a rogue.
Well, rogue's the same as warrior, so it'd be the class a thief.
This Thri-Kreen is called Gola.
Jay. Gola, yeah. Yeah, Benvo, you've got a gladiator, haven't you?
Yeah, I'll be playing Garrus Drast, the half-elf gladiator.
Are we going to be able to get our wagon? Do we still have a kank that can?
There. I was going to say, I'm trying to. Mhaeve's kank is loose somewhere, I think, isn't it? So.
Unless it's got eaten since then.
Normally, Stiv would be able to help pull the wagon
And-
if needed, but I don't think he can now.
I think Andrews might have a computer issue. Okay, so yeah, you'll make it, and you'll be able to reunite, rather battered with the rear echelon of your group. And by this I mean Quent and Stiv, with Mhaeve's obviously dead body, reunite.
Yeah, I drag Mhaeve's body to wherever we rendezvous and then say, we can bring her back, right? It's just like
Not
a
this
bloody,
time, friend.
beaten corpse.
Partly chewed, but you know.
Well,
Okay, guys, what are
tried.
you doing?
I mean, we've come so far.
Next morning,
we're like
after a few hours
almost,
sleep.
we're like almost to the city. We've gone almost all the way. We
might
can't
as
go
well
back to
carry
Fort
on.
Cicero now.
Although you're not going to be fit to fight for another week or something, Stiv. Although I guess if you're swapping out, aren't you?
Yeah, Stiv would stay with the cart. Like if we go to the city, he'll just have to hang back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't adventure like that. Like, there's next to no cost to going back to Fort Cicero.
Well, there's
there's
more
quite a lot.
counter checks.
Yeah. Except, next to no cost, except a slightly higher likelihood of TPK.
The thing
Except
is that those encounters are going to happen eventually anyway.
Well, yes, but we might be slightly ahead of that
It is the
curve.
fate.
This fighter thief preserver is just talking, just like guys. It's all like probabilistic.
We've got to go back to Fort Cicero someday, and this guy can't even stand up. Like,
But if we go back now, we'll be going back completely empty-handed. And then we'll
you're not empty-handed. You're worse than empty-handed. You lost half the party.
Well, I don't know why you say I lost half the party.
Well, I wasn't
clearly
there.
whoever was scouting.
I wasn't there. You know, you should have waited for me to turn up. I'd have saved the day single-handedly.
Well, we'll remember that next time.
So this
I hope
guy's
you do.
insufferable. Yeah. I guess yeah. Party vote. And Andrew, I think he's on his phone on Discord. So he's typing. I see
Yeah,
his-
apparently the internet blew up or something.
I mean, I don't. Apart from, I guess we do want to save Stiv. We could go back. Although, the other problem is, didn't the wagon get destroyed?
I think it exploded out of the
No,
ground underneath the
not that you
tank.
saw.
So like the wagon's fine.
Maybe we do go back to Fort Cicero then, simply because we're going to need somebody who can pull the wagon. Well, I guess Stiv can't if he's injured, right?
Stiv can't. We have to, as long as we can get that kank that is wandering around the desert right now. As long as
Then
we
we
can
should
get that
be
back,
alright,
we can hitch it up and go back.
Was it? It was really quite a lot of valuable stuff on that wagon, wasn't it?
Yeah, we don't want to lose the wagon.
Not,
No, it's
not
mostly
that
food
much.
and
Like,
water.
yeah,
food and water. Food and water.
which is valuable to us in, you know, the here and now, but it's not terribly valuable to us going forward. I mean, Mhaeve's trade goods were on there, although, well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, we should go and find the wagon either way.
Yeah. Okay. So in that case, the next morning, rather worse for wear and morning, with a ghostly cat next to Stiv, staggering. Alex, do you want to roll? Encounter check.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'm just thinking, like, I'm always negative about it. I mean, it goes bad, but if I'm like, yeah, I'll roll it, it'll be great, you know? What could go wrong?
Yeah. You arrive. So first, this isn't a whole day's travel. You can continue in traveling either way. But like, you know, a few miles away, you arrive at the campsite to find Gudea. Gudea's body actually is only a little touched or chewed. Yeah, Benvo and Gom are gone, as is the Kank in the Eardland. There is Mhaeve's Kank is sort of wandering nearby, obviously not knowing what it's meant to do. And there is the wagon and the remains of your goods.
Guess
It's only a little bit chewed.
The Kank and hitch him.
Hey, just to say, we've hit our highest point of viewers on this episode, on this stream, sorry, as the TPK has been happening.
Excellent.
Word got around.
Yeah,
Guys,
such
tune in
bloody
quick. They're all
swords.
dying.
Feeding on there.
The internet loves misery, and it heard there's some misery to be had. Yeah. What do you do?
So does the party vote stand at continue to Arkhold or return home?
I suggest
Andrew says his character says, go home unless you're within a day of Arkhold. You are within a day of Arkhold, but vote for Arkhold nearest semi-safe area is Andrew's vote.
I vote for home for Fort Cicero.
I think I vote for Arkhold, given that we're assuming that everyone has their backup characters here. We're at full strength, and I'm hoping nothing terrible is going to happen to Stiv in the interim. Is Stiv okay with continuing to Arkhold?
I would say he probably. At first, I thought maybe he would want to continue, but he is kind of more like a tactical guy. So he probably would think again and think like, I should be. It would be safe. It would be smart for me to be healthy instead of sitting around in the cart doing nothing.
Mm.
So he probably would say that we should go back.
I think if that's what Stiv wants to do, Kent will probably acquiesce to that, feeling a little guilty having just disappeared and let half the party die.
Yeah, I think he's nervous about people thinking that it's like because he's scared, but really it's more like a tactical decision.
Yeah.
What are Golar and Garrus's opinions?
Golar wants to push on and not go back.
I'd probably say Arkhold.
All right, let's continue then. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
That's 3
In
to
that
3,
case,
but
you've got the
Kent and
day's
Stiv
travel
are on
to.
the fence
How
Arkhold.
you can walk or you can try to get the wagon in some way. It depends. Obviously, Stiv can't walk a full day's pace. You'll need the wagon to probably have him in and not very much else. But then you've used a bunch of water, I guess. So
Yeah, we've used a bunch of water. We could. We'll have
Welcome
used some
back,
water.
Andrew.
We could ditch like 100 feet of rope. We could ditch. We could ditch. If we open Mhaeve's chest, what's in Mhaeve's personal effects? That's £45.
it's locked.
Well, that's what I mean. If
It's
Mhaeve's
locked,
there,
I think.
does she have a key?
The key would be on Mhaeve, technically. It contains a suit of sort of chitin armor. I think it was like ring mail or something, or scale mail. A chitin spear, and a shield.
Okay.
So nothing terribly exterminating armor and weapons.
Yeah. Well, actually, the
Does it have Mhaeve? Does it have Mhaeve's journal in it?
I suppose it would do, yes.
There is an encoded. There's an encoded book in there as well.
Okay. The cart is currently at 1,300 weight, which I believe we agreed that we could pull with one kank at a reduced speed. On account of water being extremely heavy. So, how much does Stiv weigh?
Because you don't want to be slowed down by me. Stiv weighs a sprightly 1,550 pounds.
Wow. Okay, that smashes us right over the limit. Wait, how fast can you walk?
Well, my base speed is 30. So what are we saying that a walk is? Is it my moderate encumbrance speed, or the light one?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I mean, I guess people walk humans walk about 3 miles an hour, so he'd walk like 7 or something, I guess.
Yeah, I'm significantly faster than people, so my slow speed might be like your guys' normal walking speed, like normal travel speed.
But yeah, so possibly because you're walking, if you're just going at a slow pace, because he's so fast, he may well be able to keep up with you. Specifically, just this.
Yeah. Maybe we could continue to Arkhold then. Although, yeah.
I thought half giants were base speed, move rate or whatever it's called, 40 compared to most people being 30, so they're only a little bit faster.
No, I thought normal people were 12. Well, I will just check the Dark Sun doc thing. I'm pretty sure I pulled this out of that.
They max out at 12, yeah. 15 would be unencumbered 75
Movement
feet per
point.
round.
Humans 24, half giant is 30, so half giants are only 25% faster than humans. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where are you getting 24? Are you doubling? Are you doubling the speed?
Page 87 of
this is
Sun
movement
campaign
points for
setting.
overland. This is miles. The miles you can travel in 10 hours.
Oh,
I mean,
I'm not putting.
If you're willing to go, if you're willing to go at his speed, which you might be because people aren't necessarily going to be full speed, then you could probably just go a bit slower than normal and still get to Arkhold. It's like a day away. Right, it's most of the day's travel. So probably he's going to be going at like 7 or 8.
I may have changed my mind on this endeavor on the basis that we've been told Arkhold is not a safe place to go to at night. We're going to have to approach it slowly, arrive there at night, stay there overnight, find we don't really know what, but if it's heavy, we've lost our strongest guy to move it. And, yeah. I think at the moment, probably Kent is favouring return to safety, comparative safety.
Yeah. No? Andrew, was that you changing your vote to leave?
Well, in so much as I even get to vote anymore, but yeah.
Well, we're assuming your preserver bard was with the second echelon who fled.
Fair enough.
Or were camped at a different campsite to within sight of the others. Yeah. No, in that case, I guess we'll start rolling on the way back. In which case, day 1. Oh no, sorry, you don't have a cank yet. Does anyone have animal handling to try to get it to come and? They're quite docile.
I do not.
Oh no. No, that was Benvo.
Yeah, you've got a preserver or something. You've got Alex's character, and would he have animal handling?
No,
possibly. I don't know.
Definitely not.
And Andrew, does your character have animal handling?
Don't be ridiculous. Why would I choose practical skills?
If you want to see some juggling,
though, how are you going to get this tank to rope up?
How about I distract it with some food whilst one of you ties it up, or whatever it is you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds fine. Kent will try and tie it up while you distract it.
Yep. Kent, do you want to make a? I guess it'll be like a dex, a weapon attack. Unless someone has rope use.
Well, I rolled a 3.
If someone has rope use.
Not so much.
Like Gudea did.
Gudea, yeah, I was real good with a rope.
I have weapon improvisation.
Yeah.
I mean, I have survival.
Yeah, you can improvise.
Survival? Gotta use a rope to survive.
Basically, it probably takes you most of the day. It probably takes you most of this day to just get the kank to settle enough to be roped up. They're docile animals, but you don't know what you're doing, so you take ages to kind of corral it. So yeah, we'll come to the evening. Anyone want to make a heat protection check? Who has it? Quent and Golar.
Success.
I guess want to make their heat protection.
Oh, heat protection. I have Karani has.
There's a fail for Gola.
That is a fail.
So, sorry, who have we got now replacing Gom?
Gom, Gola.
We're saying for now,
And is-
a Thri-Kreen who was with Gom, but is likely to leave sooner rather than later.
Yeah. It'll be replaced with another
The
character.
Erdland is dead. The Kank, there's only one now. Stiv is still with us. What's Stiv's other character?
Food.
Just a normal human.
Okay.
If you rescued the kank, that means you rescued the saddlebags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a small tent and wine. Well done.
I guess I'm just working on the principle that we've got the same characters, basically, but, I mean, we'll change the names afterwards, but it's about the same amount of work,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. No, it'll be the same, except you're paying for a human on top of Stiv.
Yes, exactly, yes. Okay. Right, and Gudea's new character failed the check, so...
Yeah, Karani.
Okay. So that I'm taking that as 10.6 liters, okay. Oh, that's nice. And then 8's food. And then 2 kank feed. There you go. Right.
Okay, evening check. Beej, do you want to make an evening check, nighttime? And then you've got 4 days travel back. Well, might as well roll through that at least. See how it goes. Okay, nighttime check, Jay. Heat protection and nighttime check, basically, depending on who's who. Day 1.
Pass.
Pass.
Okay.
Quent. You got to make this macro for the water.
You can't because it changes each time with the bloody heat protection and things. I've got a sheet set up so that I can just like change when each of us has got a heat protection from 0.5 to 1, but I have to minus it manually.
Yeah. Garrus passed, so daytime check the next day, Quent, when you're ready, once you've done your stuff. This is day 2 of 4 travelling back.
5.
Okay. Heat protection.
Pass.
Success. Pass for me as well, so it saves a tiny bit of water.
Fail for Gom. Sorry, for Gola.
Yeah. It's fine. And nighttime check, Gom. Do you want to make a nighttime check?
D6.
Andrew, I guess I could get I could get you rolling it on Discord. Andrew is cunningly logged into Roll20 so that he doesn't have to risk getting a BULETTE attack him. Yep, great. Daytime check day 3, Alex.
5.
Okay. Heat protection.
Oh, that's a D6, not a D20. Oh.
Success.
Yeah. Even better. Success,
Yeah.
Golar heat protection.
Sorry, being slow.
Right, we're
Yeah,
on to our
success.
iron rations.
Everyone succeeds.
Yeah.
Okay, nighttime check will be Beej. Daytime check, day 4, so you'll arrive back, Jay. He rolls a 1. He rolls a 20. He rolls a 20. It's a boulette.
You followed us home.
The same one, it's still knackered. That's okay. We might be able to finish it.
You have you rolled, Jay? I can't see
Oh, sorry.
anything.
D6.
Yeah. I think I might have said Gareth, to be fair. I'm not sure.
You-
We did it, guys.
You arrive back at Fort Sisera, otherwise intact. Stiv, I'm not going to count it as bed rest, probably, because you're, like, staggering next to a wagon, let's be honest. It's not bed rest. But yeah, you stagger back, and you are greeted by the guards, who look horrified, and then by Sisera, who is very quickly informed, comes out and drops to his knees and runs his hands through his hair as he sees the shattered remains of his caravan. He's like, I can't afford another loss like that. We're right on the edge here. What are we going to do? What am I going to do? We don't have any money. We don't have any...
We're going to get more provisions, and we're going to go back to that city. We're going to plunder it.
Something about 12 iron
Sadira
swords
has...
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, this time we traveled all the way there and traveled all the way back, and that was the entire session, and that's depressing. But this next time will be different.
Yeah, we'll be rich.
Sadira having recently finished her trader training, is looking really kind of like satisfied as she comes out and sees like Stiv. Of her friends that she has worked closely with, there are 2 of them of whom, Stiv is staggering, and Quent, who she knows a little, very briefly met, is like the only one left of the leaders of the previous party. Zedric, I guess, is there if you'd wanted him with you. But yeah. I mean, I think Master Sister is very much like, probably he can literally afford one more. He's like, probably what you need to do is, once you've gone there, you need to go to Barlek straight from Arkhold and sell anything that's portable. He's willing to let you take stuff with him along with Sadira's trade goods, but you just need to go to Barlek after you've gone to Arkhold, because we need to buy as many provisions as we can. They can get water, but provisions are the problem now.
All right, well, better make a shopping list. Make sure you don't forget anything, because it's a long trip to the store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sadira, I guess they also now know about the Aarakocra.
Yeah, I'll tell them, and it's up near Arkhold anyway, isn't it? So we could potentially help them on our way.
Yeah, it's the mountains nearby, hence why Sadira was found after 3 days nearby.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's nearest mountains. Yeah, I guess we will. I guess we'll finish the main session there. I guess any questions? There, yeah. You needed someone calling your battle plan there. That was chaos.
Yeah. That was brutal. I'm glad Kent rolled so high on that bloody psionics table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, psionics table. I've got to do that at some point. I'll get round to it.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone rolls for a wild talent. You don't get the chance of your head exploding or whatever. I think there's a rule to do with that anyway. Yeah. Cool. Well, I know, brutal session, guys, but well played. I think there was some some good moves in there. As Jay said, I think you had a chance. It's just, you had to take advantage of its position. And needed a plan, probably. The cat's with you, though, so look on the bright side. The party now has a ghost cat.
That potentially attracts bullets.
Hasn't it attached itself to Stiv, who's just...
It could do. It could be credited with saving Quent's life.
Yes, it could.
Yeah, Stiv will be staying there, I guess, to recover. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to pick your second character. Yeah.
Speaking
I'll
of
have a
second
replacement
characters,
build up soon.
speaking
Yeah,
of second
roll up a
characters,
replacement. You can roll up a couple. Yes,
just looking
Jake.
at final details for Garrus, this Gladiator. In the Dark Sun campaign book, it says you can, they've got some Dark Sun flavored weapons here. But it says, for instance, the Impaler, like an axe type thing, it says the cost is 4 CP.
Yeah. That is, because it's not metal. So it'll be 4. Remember, you don't start with GP, you start with CP. So that'll be the equivalent of 4 CP, 4 GP. An actual gold piece is worth 100 of your basic currency.
So but that's for a non-metal price.
Yes.
But
the non-metal price is 4 CP.
The non-metal price like the price and everything else, like cost and weight modifiers of the other materials of weapons are given as a percentage of the metal price.
I think it's just like it's kind of laid out a bit oddly, but if you look at one of those weapons, it has in brackets after or near the price that the price is for the metal price, whereas the other ones where it's kind of like the singing sticks, for example, which are like clearly wood, it just gives you the kind of like price actual rather than having the sort of modifications on what type they're made of. Because like in some of the weapons, they're described as being like a bone, like one of them's like a jawbone or something, isn't it? So I think in the particular case of these specialist weapons, apart from ones where it says this is the price for the metal one and you can have the adapted ones, it doesn't really apply to have that scaling. That's just the price of the thing as it's made.
Okay, all right,
that's
fine.
how I interpreted it anyway.
So
okay,
you're allowed
right.
you're allowed to have the best of those weapons that's not weapon, I guess. Sorry, you're allowed to have the best of those weapons that is not metal, I guess, is the assumption.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, no worries.
Cool. Yeah. Thanks all.
Yeah. No, I guess next time you're going to try to get to Arkhold and to the Aarakocra Mountains. Is that the assumption next time?
That's the plan.
This time will be different.
Yeah. How many? So we've got what? It's 4-day travel, so we've got 8 d6 rolls. So odds are we roll at least a 1. So
Yeah.
maybe.
This time I'm going to bring my BULETTE repelling stone.
Ah, yes.
I'll bring a thumper.
Yes.
Bring a thumper.
I'm going to bring my cactus repellent spray also.
Yeah.
I'm running away at the first sight of danger.
Yeah, two things that nearly kill you. Yeah, 2 things that regularly kill you. Great. Okay. I will end the stream there. Thanks for tuning in, people who have tuned in. And we'll see you on this in 2 weeks. And Planescape is on Tuesday, the conclusion to our Planescape jaunt.
Okay.
Tune in for more chaos.
Yeah.
We're all gonna die again, Paul.
Yeah. I was going to say, you